Hello everyone, and welcome to my 19th monthly ownership update video on my Astra. So, at the moment the car has 142,535 kilometers on the clock so far, and as always, as it's been for the past year and 7 months, the car is going very well. Only two things I actually need to report on it. A couple of weeks ago, my two front fog lights gave out, so I had to go and get them replaced at Hair Auto. They swapped out the two front fog lights and a fuse switch. All in all, I think it only cost me about €24, so I got new front fog lights in. And the other thing is a little problems actually just developed fairly recently. My speaker on the passenger side of the car has started to rattle a little bit, so I'm actually just going to call over to some camcorder footage and show you what the problem is. So specifically, it's this little tweeter here making the noise. Now, I only noticed this about a week ago when I was driving to college and I was just listening to music off my MP3 player located down there, and I only noticed that when I was playing songs with high bass that there was a bit of rattle coming from this, but in recent days now I've noticed the rattle being more persistent. For example, I can hear it with most songs, and whenever I'm driving along it's not particularly annoying, but I can hear a very faint rattle coming from inside here. So whether something inside the little speaker here has broken loose or come out of its mountings, I don't know, but it is causing a bit of rattle. I somehow managed to temporarily solve the problem by just going into the sound here, and sorry if I just turn on the radio, just going into sound and then just adjusting the sound quality and kind of moving it more towards the center and right hand side of the car so that there's less rattle on the left hand side. Seems to be doing the job so far anyway. So other than that speaker, the car is going perfectly. I'm sure I can get that fixed very soon. I'm sure it wouldn't be a particularly expensive job either. It's not really up there on my priorities list at the moment, but I will get round to it eventually. It doesn't seem to bother me that much. So, other things to report on. I just uploaded a review of the current Mark 7 Volkswagen Golf GTD. Now, I done this review in December, but I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to get it uploaded because there's a good bit of voice narration to do on that. So I got it uploaded just today. Other things that have been happening, there's actually been a few things going on. I've reviewed the new Range Rover. Specifically, it was the big one, the Range Rover Vogue, €144,600, my most expensive car review yet, as I mentioned in the video, and the next expensive one below that was the new BMW 7 Series. But the new Vogue is just, I mean, it's awesome. It's what you'd expect from a Range Rover. Tons of luxury, all the off-roads, controls, the terrain response, it's got everything. And I've also arranged to do a review of the new Range Rover Sport as well. Now, Beginning Motors, which is where I've done the review, they do have a Sport at the moment, but that is a customer's car and it's sold. Which is a pity because I really wanted to review that specific one because it was fairly high spec and it had the big red Brembo brake calipers as well. Now, I was told that they're going to have another Range Rover Sport coming in. It's going to be HSE, it's going to be black, so it's going to be one of the more fairly basic versions of the Sport, but that should be in the next couple of weeks, so I can't wait to get reviewing that. Another car that I am reviewing, those of you who have seen my review on the 2016 Ford Mustang EcoBoost, the man who has bought that car, who owns it, he has actually ordered a Focus RS. Now his is in light blue, I forget what the colour is called, but it looks brilliant. It's one of the nicer colours for the Focus RS, and he's invited me to review his car. So as soon as he picks it up in the next couple of weeks, I mean it should be here at some point in May hopefully, I'm going to go up to his place and I'm going to review it, and hopefully I'm going to get some footage with it and the Mustang together, and we're going to get some test drive footage, so it should be a very fun day out. When I say test drive footage, he will probably be driving the cars. For insurance reasons, I doubt I'm going to get driving either the Mustang or the Focus RS, but still, I can't wait to review the two cars side by side. Speaking of the RS though, I did find out that Hegarty's Ford did get in a black Focus RS a couple of days ago. It was actually last week, and a friend and I were on a lunch break from college and we went up to the dealership. We were looking around it, and it was my first time ever sitting in a high performance Focus. I never even sat in an ST, and the new RS is just, it's awesome. It doesn't even look like a normal Focus anymore. It's got a huge rear wing, it's got the massive exhaust tips, just the body kit in general. Speaking of high performance Fords, an orange ST 2004, or sorry, not 2004, 2005 Mark II has just drove by. It's just right there. That was a coincidence. But no, the new RS, it is an awesome car. With the body kit, it just looks menacing and brutal. And the interior's got the big thick Recaro Sport seats. It has blue accenting on them. It's just an awesome car. It's got 350 horsepower from the same 2.3 EcoBoost engine you get in the Mustang EcoBoost. And I believe it costs about €52,000 as well, so it's quite expensive, but it is one hell of a car. And also, the new RS, this is the first time that the American market will actually get a high-performance Ford Focus RS, so everybody can enjoy it now. So I really can't wait to get reviewing that, and as I said, Mustang will be in the video as well. It should be a very fun day. So, some supercar news. One thing I should tell you is, those of you who watch my videos on a regular basis, you will see that I uploaded a car spotting video of a car I did not expect to find in Donegal town of all places. It was an orange Lamborghini Aventador Super Veloce. It was just in town, and I was driving through town and I just saw this orange thing basically in my peripheral vision. I just drove around the roundabout to see what it was, and it was an Aventador SV, which it just looks menacing in person. It's an awesome looking car. I mean, I've seen standard Aventadors before, but the SV is just, it's the next one up. It's got the huge carbon rear spoiler. It's got tons of carbon pieces on it. It's got carbon ceramic disc brakes, cross-drilled and ventilated, of course. It's got carbon front splitter, carbon rear diffuser. The rear ducts that open at high speed, those are carbon. And I saw a bit of the interior as well. The seats, I believe the actual shell of them is made of carbon fiber, but then the actual material is Alcantara, and it has the orange SV logo. And when I thought things couldn't get any better, 2 days later, it was a Saturday night, my friend and I were in town. It was 3 AM, and we were told that there was a Ferrari around, so we found out where it was, and we went to look for it, and it was about 4 AM by the time we found it, and it was a black F430, you know, one of the more, I suppose, common Ferraris, if that's the right phrase. It was very nice to see. I did try to take a video and some photographs of it, but obviously it was very dark, there was very poor lighting, so they're not even worth showing. But to describe the car, it was finished in narrow black. It had the crema leather interior, and it had the yellow brake calipers. I believe Ferrari yellow is called Giallo. It was quite a nice find. I've always said that the F430 has been one of my more favourite Ferraris. And the last piece of news, now those of you who follow Shmee 150, Seb Delaney and Mr. JWW and so on, all the supercar guys of London, you'll know. So the last thing to report on, for those of you that follow Shmee 150, Seb Delaney, Mr. JWW, all the supercar owners of London, you'll know that the Gumball 3000 is currently on at the moment, but the only difference is this year they're starting from Dublin and they're driving to Bucharest. So I can't remember last time the Gumball was ever in Ireland. I don't know if it ever was in Ireland before. I can't be 100% sure, but I'm absolutely gutted I didn't make it down to Dublin this weekend to see them. I believe Shmee arrived in his Abs Audi RS6 Avant that he got a loan of. He landed in Dublin Port, I think Friday or Saturday, I can't remember which day it was now. I really wish I was down there to see them, because some truly epic cars have arrived. If you have actually watched the video of Shmee touching down in Ireland, just coming off the ferry, you'll see that one of the car spotters was in a purple Mercedes, and there's guys hanging out the window filming the car. That was a friend of mine. He was the passenger, and you could see him filming out through the window. He actually owns the Mercedes, but his friends were driving, and I was just watching the video. I was like, oh my god, that's him. So that was epic to see. Good for him. A few of my other friends who live in Dublin met Tim Burton, of course, and a few of the other guys, but I've been keeping up with Shmee and the Gumball Rally, and Jesus, like, there's just some incredible cars down there. There's dozens of Ferrari 458 Italias. I believe there's a new 488 GTB down there as well. Dozens of Lamborghini Aventadors. There is Huracans. There's even a Gumpert Apollo down there, as well as an F1 car. So there's some truly stunning vehicles down there. It's just unreal. And there's also a bunch of Mercedes G-Wagons. It's just incredible. So I've never seen so many cars in Ireland like that. Dublin was absolutely just gone crazy with all these cars. There was even a Bachmano doing donuts as well, which was just insane. But they're back in England at the moment, I believe. They drove up to Belfast. I think it was today or yesterday they drove up to Belfast, and my friend who was in the Mercedes I was telling you about, he followed them all the way up to Belfast. And yeah, it's just gotta be one hell of an epic journey. I hope if the Gumball ever comes to Ireland again, I'm definitely going to try and make a point of going to see it, because the cars are just unbelievable. So yeah, best of luck anyway to everyone in the Gumball Rally who's still doing it at the moment. As I said, we're driving to Bucharest, so it's going to be an epic road trip for them. Shmi 150's RS6 that it was given to him as a loan by ABT. It has 740 horsepower, which is actually about the same as that Aventador SV that I was telling you guys about that I seen. So it's going to be an epic journey, and I hope they enjoy themselves. So everyone, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this video today. As I've said in the last videos, I haven't had as much content up these days just because of college, and I've got exams coming up now in the next week or two, so things are pretty hectic. But hopefully during the summer things will resume to normal. I'll be able to get more car reviews up, but the next reviews I have to look out for are of the new Range Rover. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.